welcome to another episode of the TFL Presents. This is officially our 25th episode, woohoo! And our second video episode. The previous ones have been a podcast. Make sure to check those out too. To celebrate our 25th episode, I have our very own and very new children's librarian, Monica Brennan, joining us today. How you doing today?
I'm great.
It's been a pretty busy afternoon for the library, as usual.
Yes, definitely a good busy afternoon.
Yep. So you've been here officially for almost about 2 months now. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience as a children's librarian before coming here and why you decided to become a children's librarian in the first place?
Definitely. I've been a librarian for almost 10 years. I've been a school librarian and a public children's librarian in both roles, and I love them both, but I love working with the public and all the community partners. So that's why I feel very strongly that I really wanted to refocus and be back in the public children's library realm completely. So it's truly my passion.
And you've really jumped in head first working with the community and the public here. It's been a pretty crazy couple months, but it's off to a great start. I'm going to ask you I'm going to ask you a question that is probably the cruelest question anyone could ask any librarian. And if you don't answer Harry Potter, I will be offended. I'm kidding. What is your favorite book?
Probably my favorite book is El Defo. It's a graphic novel by C.C. Bell. I think because I love graphic novels, I grew up reading Tintin, but I really love this story and I love all the components, and there's parts of it that are really in depth that even adults could love. So I just like the depth and the complexity of it. I would say, El Defo by C.C. Bell, a great read for anyone.
That was actually on the summer reading book list last year, I believe, for 6th grade.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It really is awesome, a must read.
Awesome. So I hear you're quite the dog lover. Can you maybe, just as a little fun fact, tell our viewers the meaning behind your dog's name?
You bet. I have a little sweet beagle. His name is Dewey Decimal. So you out in the library land probably already know Dewey Decimal numbers are the classification for generally true fact books, how we organize a fair amount of our library. So when this sweet pup came into our life and he was a little bundle of joy, we just thought Dewey Decimal would be a great name. My husband's also a librarian, so we're super passionate about libraries, we're super passionate about animals, and it just seemed like a great name, and it fits him perfectly because he is just a fun library little beagle. He's a great dog.
You're making me super jealous. I couldn't name my dog that. So we're so happy to have you here in Randolph, and like I said, you're off to like a running start. Can you tell us a little bit about what you like or love about the town so far? I know you're brand new, so you might not know about all the little nooks and crannies, but anything that is awesome so far and why you think Randolph's such a good fit for you.
Yeah, I really like that people care a lot here, and I think it comes across in just when you walk around town. You get it in a sense of when you're in restaurants, when you're at the grocery store, and I love that. I'm optimistic I'll be a good fit, and when I think I'll be a good fit, I think all the librarians and all the staff here are highly engaged. I think they really care, and they feel like the library is part of the community. So it's fun to kind of jump into that team, and I think it'll be exciting to keep going forward with new exciting changes. We'll probably keep making some exciting changes. So
absolutely, we love to change things. You're part of a team that loves to change things. I think you know this already. So I'm going to put in a little promo here. The library has a teen summer reading challenge as well as an adult challenge, and all you have to do is register on our website and submit reviews or come to programs, and you get raffle tickets for some really awesome prizes. The children's department, however, has a completely different summer reading program set up. Can you tell us a bit about it and also about some of the awesome renovations people might see when they come in to participate in the summer reading challenge?
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate the question. For kids summer reading, it's anyone under age 12. So even if you're just born and you're a day old, you can still do summer reading. The focus for my summer reading is basically you come in, you get a bag, a reusable library bag, so it's a great habit to get into, to have a place where kids can store their books and kind of has a home. Our library books can have a home when they're outside of the library, so they get a reusable bag. And then they start doing tickets, and you do 1 ticket per day per kid. And the thought behind it is so that kids can really, and parents and families and caregivers can really embrace that habit of reading every day. So we don't really care if you read books or pages or minutes. Whatever you want to read is great. I really highly encourage family reading. Obviously, for a little 2-year-old, it's of course family reading, but even if you're older and you're in 4th grade, you could still do family reading. So I want to also always encourage that. But it's mostly about getting into that habit of reading every day and having it be a low stress, fun, engaging process. So that's kind of the thought behind of having raffle tickets, having the reusable bag. We do a weekly gift card raffle, and we also are going to have a raffle for Kindle Fires and bikes at the end of the summer. So even if you don't win, there's a chance you could win at the end, but really it's supposed to be really fun and highly engaging and really personal. So that's kind of the thought behind the summer reading for anyone who's a little kiddo. And then for our changes, it's been exciting to get here and make these exciting changes. So when you come into the children's room, you're going to see a real physical change. We put down beautiful new carpet. It's just really light and bright. We've rearranged all the books. We've kind of helped it, the whole process of finding books be a little more streamlined. We're working on integrating some new technology. You're going to see some Kindle Fires with some great apps. We'll have video games for kiddos, an online catalog that'll be accessible. There's a lot of fun things. We also just have like a giant Connect 4, which if you've never played, you should definitely come in and play because it's really, really fun.
That's my favorite new part of the children's room because I am a child.
Yeah, you know, I would like to have one for my own house. It's actually that fun. It's just a giant Connect 4. It's just a highly engaging game. But you're going to see there's other board games that you can play. It's just really community focused. There's some great tables and chairs. You know, of course, the staff is great. They're always available to answer questions, and they're so great at doing readers advisory. So I think you really feel the physical change really comes across, and it's lighter, brighter, and it's just super inviting. So please come in if you haven't. So.
It's been super packed, and I noticed all the spaces are great for like collaborating, so all the kids are down there. Collaborating is probably not a great word. Again, I work with teenagers. Hanging out and having fun, all the little kids. Socializing. I was going for socializing.
Yes.
That one, yes. So great space for socializing for those kids. So I know you're working very closely with our adult librarian, Sharon, on our First Fridays program during the summer. Now, we did these last summer as well. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going to go on this summer?
Yeah, so a similar sentiment as last summer and what we've done in the past, very family focused. We want everyone to be involved. We want the community to feel involved. So we'll have some science tellers coming with kind of a Western theme, which is super fun. We'll have a magician, which who doesn't love a magician and doing fun stuff. We'll have some ventriloquists who are coming and, you know, just really highly engaging things that you can appreciate if you're a kid, if you're an adult. We'll have some activities going on in the library. So I think it'll just be like a really fun, one of those fun Randolph community things to kind of round out the summer.
I think we definitely had hundreds of people come last year, so I expect even more this year because all those hundreds of people are going to go tell all their friends to come this year too with them.
I definitely think you're right.
So it sounds like we have an exciting summer ahead, and it really sounds like you have really hit the ground running, and we're super excited to see all of the wonderful children's programs you're implementing. If anyone has any questions for Monica, she can be reached at her email, mbrennan, mbrennan @ocln.org. Thank you so much for joining us today on the TFL Presents, and as always, thank you, viewers.